Hi, everybody. Welcome to Heel Fan News. This is Jonathan Presley here, along with my co-host.
It's your boy D.
And D'Anthony, I know previously you were you felt a little not appreciated.
Ugh, I don't want to talk about that.
But I got something for you. Close your eyes. I worked really hard on this, and I want you to check that out. I worked all night on that. That must have taken me like 6 hours to make.
You made this for me?
I did.
You made this for me?
Yeah.
Anyway.
What?
Welcome to a new episode of Heel Fan News. And today we have a first-time guest, but he's not a rookie in the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, the prodigy, Darrell Jackson. Welcome to the show, brother. How you doing?
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
Oh,
doing
man,
good,
appreciate
doing
it.
good. How you doing?
Good for having me.
Now, Darrell, you've been in the business for, like I said, just 10 years plus. You have great matches. I've seen a couple.
Only a couple?
Hey, I've seen more, but it's just too many to name right now. Man, stop. Come on, man.
I mean,
we got a job to do.
You're trying to say he's been 10 years, he only had 2
No,
matches?
I didn't say that. Now you're putting words in my mouth.
Okay.
Yeah, don't put words in his mouth. Come
How
on.
many
man.
matches have you had in 10 years?
I mean,
More
I
than
can't
2?
even count. Yeah,
More than
it's,
2?
It's definitely been more
Yeah,
than
so
2.
you're selling this guy short. What's wrong with you?
No, you're putting words in my mouth. I bet you don't even know his accomplishments. Name them.
Okay.
Thought so.
He was a champion someplace.
Whoa.
At Someplace Wrestling.
What's the name of the Someplace Wrestling?
No, that's the name, SPW.
SPW?
Someplace Wrestling.
Never heard of it. Is it in your head?
Yes.
Anyway, we're getting off subject here. But you had a mini championship accomplished. You held titles like the Cruiser Core Championship and Pro Wrestling All-Stars alongside with the heavyweight title, which I know that you were the first to hold both titles.
That's correct.
That's a heck of an accomplishment.
Yeah.
You had a match with Sabu, right?
I remember that match.
Yeah, I had a match with Sabu. That's actually when I lost my Cruiser Core title to Sabu. And also, I never got my rematch for that title. So we're just going to put that out there.
And you haven't gotten a rematch for either title, have you?
That's true.
You see, I did some homework.
You did something.
Look at that.
I see.
Well, no, you told me backstage.
Hey, come on now. You know better.
Sorry, I mean, I'm getting inside, bro. I'm peeling back the curtain. It's like an onion.
But also you competed at Clash Wrestling, and you were
Yes.
also a tag team champion with your former tag team partner Maserati Rick.
Yeah, good
Y'all
buddy
were
of
the
mine.
Midnight
Yeah.
Society.
Yeah.
What was that experience like?
Oh man, that was awesome working for Clash and working with a friend of mine. We've been in the business together. He actually helped me out in the business, Maserati Rick, and I met him in BCWA, and he's the reason that I got into Clash, and we run roughshod on the tag team division there, and that's how we got the tag team titles.
Oh, it was a great accomplishment.
Absolutely. Clash has a very deep roster of tag teams to contend with. And any plans to team up with Rick in the future? Maybe reform Midnight Society? I know
think that'd
he's
be
working
great.
with Studio 86 right now.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, in BCWA. I was thinking about actually going back to BCWA.
Is this an exclusive?
Maybe. We don't know yet. You know, we're not gonna make anything certain, but
We're going to have to call the hotline, right?
the hotline.
Yeah, 900 909 9900.
Don't ask. Don't ask.
Kids, get your parents' permission.
Don't do that, kids.
Is this an
Don't-
appropriate hotline to call?
I'm
Don't
not
answer
trusting
that.
this guy.
Yes, no.
I mean, it depends on what you're into.
He had to think about that. I'm not.
Anyway, so you had a lot of tag team success with Maserati Rick. Anyone else you have your eye on recently to tag up with, in case Rick turns out to be like, oh, I want to be a singles competitor or something like that?
Well, actually, I'm actually thinking of jumping back in the singles competition right now.
That's
I'm
fair.
actually not looking to tag with anyone. You know,
Yeah.
kind of looking out for myself right now.
Well, it's easier to work singles as it is as a tag team.
True, because you don't know what the other person is thinking.
Exactly. You don't, like from day to day. I totally get it. As a manager.
Well, a real tag team, you know, of course they're with each other 24/7.
Right,
You know?
and you're traveling the roads and whatever, but you know, guys always want to go for the major singles championship,
Exactly.
no matter where they are. I get it.
Well, I have a question because you know we were talking about championship and accomplish. What is some accomplishments that you're looking to try to achieve?
Yeah, tell us about your allocates.
Ooh.
I want the BCWA championship.
Ooh.
That's what I want.
And that's
I want my title back from Pro Wrestling All Stars. That's what I want.
you hear that?
The prodigy,
BCWA?
Darrell Jackson, is a king, a real king, and I demand my titles back. I'm coming, and whoever has it, you've been warned.
He's in the hunt.
Well, we know there's a lot of new faces in the professional wrestling business. Is there any particular people you would like to work with or take on?
I just recently worked. What was it? The Cinco de Mayo show for Pro Wrestling
PWAS.
All Stars, and I worked with a guy, Freedom Ramsey. He impressed me. Very good guy, you know.
A very good talent.
I
very
like that
young
guy.
talent
Yes,
as well.
yes, and I've watched some of his matches, so you know I got my eye on that guy. You know, another guy I would like to work with. Again, we were talking about Maserati Rick. That's somebody I would like to work with one-on-one.
Well, yeah, kind of get that friendly
Yeah,
fire.
Yeah.
Type-
Also,
type thing going.
another person I would like to work with, Zane Silver.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
in BCWA. The last match we had, we kind of beat the hell out of each other. So, you know, I like to run that back. You know.
They say that the people that you're the tightest with are the people that you're going to throw a little extra oomph behind what you do.
Well, I do that anyway.
Well,
you know.
yeah, but just because you're so familiar with each other, you
Right,
try to
yeah.
push each other.
Yeah, that's true.
Is
That's
that
true.
something that you think that you and Zane Silver? Or,
Definitely,
um,
definitely. I think we bring the best out of each other, and you know, I just like that chemistry that me and him have.
Absolutely. I was telling you before the show, it looks like you dropped some weight. You're
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
Yeah, he's toned up a lot.
I toned up a lot.
You looking at it
Definitely.
like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 2019. It's all good, bro. But yeah. The cut.
Getting a little weird there.
But so far in your 10-year plus career, what would you say are some of your highlights so far? Because I know you still have a lot more to go in this
I
business.
mean, highlights
Definitely,
is
definitely.
subjective as well. I don't mean to butt in, but it could be a favorite road trip story. It could be
Yeah, I mean,
favorite,
I have a lot. You know,
a favorite night of action you've had, or winning a specific championship or tournament or battle royal, whatever. I mean, it's all subjective.
yeah,
what
so you
really
gotta be a little bit specific. You know.
Okay, yo, in-ring highlight, let's say that.
Okay. I would say winning the Clash Tag Team titles was a pretty big accomplishment for me, and the first time winning a singles title was a pretty big accomplishment when I won the Pro Wrestling All Stars heavyweight title.
that's a big
Yeah, my father was there. You know, it was a pretty proud moment, and I beat the Great Akuma and Luke Crank that night. So
It's a triple
threat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and those
And
are
I loved working with those guys. It was good working with them.
and both those guys are very great competitors.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I mean, kudos to you, because that's not neat. To defeat one
It's
guy,
not.
let alone two. That's a heck of an accomplishment.
Definitely agree. So we're getting ready to wrap up, but before we go, is there anything you want to say? Just
Open platform.
yeah.
Open
What do I
platform,
wanna say?
and make sure to plug your social media. Make sure people know where to find you as well.
Oh yeah, I have to do all that again to reappear, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I'll be reappearing as King Rell. I'm gonna be dropping the prodigy, Darrell Jackson, and I'll be going by King Rell. Right now, I'm in the works looking to find my place of where I'm gonna be working this summer. So just have to look out for me.
Yeah. Any promoters out there you want to have this man grace your ring? By all means, get a hold of him. He's a heck of a talent, heck of a guy too. So.
And numerous champions too. Hard worker.
Thank you.
All right, thank you for coming on the
No
show.
problem. No problem.
Thank you
And
so
hope
much.
come back soon. When
Yeah.
you start wrestling again,
Even
come
though it
back
was
soon.
you two are a little strange, but I enjoyed myself.
Yeah. You want to let him talk to you about that?
I'm talking to you.
I'm normal.
Pork chop.
Hey.
We'll be right back.
Strange. I don't get it.
Hey, this is Sweet Willie Watts,
And I'm Lil Dicky Watts.
and you're watching Heel Fan News.
The Michigan wrestling news that you can feel.
Hello, everybody. This is Joshua Gjonaj here with Heel Fan News. I am standing here by Black Sheep, guys. Welcome.
Black Sheep.
Guys, you're going to be in a phenomenal tag team match. What's your mind process on during this match?
I'm the process.
Okay.
He is the process.
Here's the wrestlers. Okay. Any game plan going on tonight?
Trusting the process.
Believe in the process.
Okay. So you guys are going to have a tag team opportunity, and it's all stakes are up high. So any nervousness between you guys?
No, we're not nervous, and I'm going to tell you why.
Why is that?
Because Black Sheep has been preparing for this night as long as I can remember. Blake's been in the gym training. I've been watching him train. And we're gonna tear it up because us and the Rascals, we got a history. We got a little bit of a history. And H3RD, they might be bigger than both teams
Combined.
but we all know Black Sheep is the best.
Black Sheep. Black Sheep is the best, not because we're a tag team, but because we're best friends. Because this man took me under his wing and trained me. Everything I know is because of him. Nobody's closer than Black Sheep. Not the Rascals, not H3RD, not Studio 86. Nobody in Blue Collar Wrestling Alliance is closer than Black Sheep. Nobody is better than Black Sheep.
All right, gentlemen. All right, gentlemen.
Black Sheep.
Black Sheep, indeed.
Say it
Black
with us.
Sheep. Black Sheep.
You gotta put it on.
Black Sheep. Black Sheep. Black Sheep.
Yeah.
Black Sheep.
Yeah.
Black Sheep. Black Sheep. Well, thank you so much, guys. It was an honor to interview you guys. Ladies and gentlemen.
High five.
Hell yeah. Let's get this. It's going to be an extraordinary battle. Don't forget this. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Joshua Gjonaj with Heel Fan News.
Subscribe to our YouTube page, youtube.com/HeelFanNews. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/HeelFanNews. And follow us on Instagram at Heel_fan_news78.
Yeah, I can get you on the show. No, it'll be no problem. Oh, hold on one second. If you want to be on the show, if you're a wrestler, manager, promoter, just hit us up. HeelFanNews@yahoo.com. We'll set you up. Yeah, no.
Welcome back to Heel Fan News. Once again, this your boy D alongside with my partner.
Jonathan Presley, Hall of Famer of Heel Fan News.
Anyways,
Well, you're a Hall of Famer too. Look, I made it. I put it on the wall for you.
we'll talk about that later.
What, you don't like it? I worked all night on that. It took me like 6 hours to make that.
I know what I could do with this paper, but I can't say it here right
Roll
now.
up a fatty for this pimp daddy.
Well, I could roll a fatty, but you ain't no pimp daddy. But we're getting off subject here.
That's what
We got two new guests in the studio, and I'm going to let my partner introduce them. Go ahead.
Absolutely. From the Pod Bros Network, we have from the Accidental Wrestling Fan, as well as the host of Worst Millennials. You can find those on all of your podcatcher devices, Mr. Damon Tildwell and Michael Kazmar.
There you
Welcome
go.
to the show, guys. How y'all doing today?
Doing great. Very happy to
Fantastic.
be here. Yeah.
And guys, you have an event coming up to benefit the Downriver Council for the Arts. Why don't you tell us more about it?
Yeah, June 15th, which is a Saturday. 6 o'clock are the doors for Paint the Canvas. It's a wrestling event that myself, John Brewski, the owner of Pod Bros Network, and Kaz, of course, we've been putting this together for quite a long time. Very excited to finally bring a wrestling show to the Downriver Council for the Arts, and it's going to be fantastic, family-friendly show.
Awesome. And how's it going to differ from Downriver has a lot of different promotions running all over the place, really. What is going to make Paint the Canvas a separate event? What's going to separate it?
Well, a lot of it is to focus on wrestling as an art form. I believe, and I know Kaz does as well, that wrestling is a true performance art. And one of the things that's going to help differentiate that is having a lot of young talent that have different styles of wrestling. And we want to bring that to the table and showcase the different styles of wrestling and showcase the younger talent that might not have as much exposure in this area.
That's awesome. Yeah, because I personally believe that, along with you, that professional wrestling is a great performance art because there's 4 sides of the stage. Everything's done in one take. You do your own stunts.
Absolutely. And not only that, but every match has a story to tell.
Yeah. And the overarching story is throughout the whole entire program. So yeah, I mean it's probably the greatest live theater you can experience out there.
Now, who can we expect on the show? Or
do you guys have any matches signed?
I don't think we're at liberty to release that information yet.
Oh. So Hulk Hogan's going to be there, right?
Yeah, Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. All right.
Hogan's going to beat everybody. It's going to be fantastic.
I hope everybody there is white, though. You know how he feels.
Well, I'm screwed then.
We got some good names, though. We got some good names.
He said it. I didn't.
Anyway.
You saw the tape.
Yeah.
Which tape?
We all did.
You know, the Hulk Hogan tape.
Now, I want to know, how did you come up with the idea of putting this show together?
So, yeah, we originally started in the basement of the Downriver Council for the Arts. We had just a very small space that we could barely fit our computer, our mics, everything. Yes.
Because I did an episode with you guys. Not only that, there's no ventilation in that closet. It was like a closet.
It was a closet.
Yeah.
And you guys had like a little fan going. And there's just like, it was a smaller desk than this. And they made it work. And I mean, they've always had great sound quality on their podcast. So they moved up to a better room inside the building. So.
And as we were moving upstairs, John and I kind of thought, man, this would be pretty cool to do a show. And Kaz is really the one that kind of pushed us to make that start happening, because we all kind of joked there's a balcony in that auditorium on the second floor of the DCA, and we all joked about someone doing a moonsault off of it, like Sabu or Teddy Hart.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the perfect room for a wrestling show.
It really is.
It's fantastic.
John Brewski showed me that where the show's gonna be held, and it reminds me of the old WWF Raws in the Manhattan Center.
Yeah, absolutely.
It totally has that old vibe. So it's gonna be a great show. Like, no matter who you guys bring on the show, like, there's gonna be great seats everywhere you are. So
yeah, it's not a bad seat in the house. The vantage point, everything is just fantastic. It's a very, I would say, crowd-friendly venue.
Yeah.
As far as, like being able to see, being able to feel close to the action. It's going to be very similar to, if you ever seen Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, the old, in Reseda, the old building they used to run at before they moved into a bigger building.
Yeah.
Everyone was so close to the ring, everyone could see, and I think that's going to be kind of the atmosphere as far as the crowd. Not necessarily maybe what the crowd would say or do, like at a PWG
yeah,
show.
I mean, it's your first event there. If you guys decide to do more, then, the crowd will kind of morph and mutate as it was. But
exactly.
Yeah, the room I said, like, the old Manhattan Center. It actually reminds me of the Elks Lodge from ECW from, like, New York. Like, that's the look it has. It's a really cool building all the way around, and there's a lot of great stuff inside of it. And it's a fundraiser to help the building, so.
It's always good for a great cause. Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I see he's getting lost in his thoughts, but But I know besides the wrestling, could you tell us something about your podcast show?
Yeah, been doing the Excellent Wrestling Fan now for about 5 years, I want to say.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I was originally a guest on the second episode. John just said, "Hey, you should just be my co-host," and it's kind of more from there.
Kaz, was it you and John originally?
No, who was it? Just John?
John and a former coworker of his, I think a guy named Steve.
John and Steve, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't come in.
Did you guys kill Steve? Where'd he go?
Yeah, he's dead.
I never met Steve.
Oh,
No, I don't know him.
sucks
but
to be Steve.
Yeah, it's like he's like the original Midnight Express guy.
Yeah,
like
Dennis
he's like
Condrey.
yeah, he's Dennis Condrey. I'm Stan Lane. They just kind of swap me out, and everyone remembers
I
that
can
one.
see that. You got any problems in Florida?
No problems in Florida. Although I'd say I'm just as handsome as a young Stan Lane. So.
I would say that.
Yeah.
he looks good for his age.
He does.
Stanley. Yeah,
I mean, I look good for my age too.
you do.
You do. No one would have thought you were 48.
I know, right? Thanks, Botox.
No, but yeah. So you guys been going for about 5 years, and you also have the show Worst Millennials. How long has that been going on?
That was an idea that I developed probably right after doing the Excellent Wrestling Fan. So probably at the end of 2014.
Okay.
I just wanted a show where I could just BS with my friends, say just off the wall silly things.
Yeah, like that show is definitely not family friendly at all.
No, not at all.
Lots of language and topics that are just out of. They're very much rated M for mature, but
Yeah, kids, get your parents' permission.
yeah, that's the second time we said that today.
Yeah.
I referenced 900, 909, 9900.
We ain't gonna talk about that. What is one of the things that inspire you to start the podcast and the wrestling shows that you do?
For me, I've been interested in podcasts, I'd say probably for the last 10 years or so. And was a big fan of, I used to be a big fan until he started talking bad about Bret Hart, Bill Simmons, the BS Report.
Oh, yeah.
And I started becoming more interested in podcasts from there, started listening to like Adam Carolla, Joe Rogan, stuff like that. And then when I found out that John started a podcast network and had a wrestling show, I wanted in.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I've been listening to you guys, I think, for maybe 4 years, but you guys also have always have really good takes on like the current product of like WWE, New Japan, stuff like that, and even stuff locally. And it's a good companion piece for like what's going on out there, I would say, from a fan's perspective.
Definitely. John has also gotten involved with a lot of the more indie stuff around, Michigan, downriver and stuff. Been doing a lot of commentary work for a bunch of different promotions, which, gets put on the network as well. So that's a big thing for us.
Yeah, you guys are uploading, I guess they're like commentary tracks.
Yeah.
Just about every week.
Yeah.
I see those pop up all the time. So
Our work rate, for lack of a better term, is very high right now. We're putting out new content all the time. I don't think there's any other wrestling podcast, any other podcast really, that's putting out that much content. We're putting out multiple episodes a week.
most guys try to shoot for like one show a week. You guys are doing like 4, 5 uploads a week.
Yeah. Depends on how many commentary tracks that John's got in the can.
Right, or any big news happening, stuff like that. Like I know you guys recently did one about the Dean Ambrose escaping prison.
Yes, we did.
Shawshank Ambrose.
Yeah, Dean Ambrose goes to jail.
It's my favorite in that series.
Yeah, along with Dean Ambrose Saves Christmas. But yeah, you guys, are you guys going to be having an episode about Double or Nothing and StarCast coming up or anything like that?
Yeah, Double or Nothing is next weekend, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so we're definitely going to go check that out. Enjoy, not live, but watch the show.
To say.
I wish I could go there. I
would
wish
be
I had the
fun.
money. Yeah, I would love to go to Double or Nothing.
We actually have a buddy who is going.
You guys
He's
should get him
going
to
to be
do
there.
like
Yeah,
a live.
probably try to get him on the show for sure.
Yeah.
You guys should get him to like send in like live reports or something. That would be cool.
Yeah, we're definitely going to try to get him to do that. I know it might be kind of tough because you really want to enjoy something like that.
No, absolutely.
You know,
But there's so much going on that weekend. You're
Yeah.
bound to run into some weirdo celebrity type guy, you know?
oh, yeah, see like David Arquette just roaming around.
Right.
Especially it's in Vegas, so you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if you get like an Elvis impersonator or something, that would be interesting.
I do have a question. Where do you see your show, like, let's say 10 years from now? Where do you see your show going?
From the next 5-10 years from now.
Because the
man.
XFN Wrestling Fan has been around for about 10 years, right? No, 5.
Five.
Five.
Yes, 5 years. So, man, that'd be crazy to think if we were doing the show still in 15 years. I would like to think that we'd be, I don't know, I would like to think that we'd be as big as, say, like a Chris Jericho show or
Yeah.
Killing the Town, Jim Ross's podcast. I would like to hope that we're in that lofty echelon of those elite podcasts, and hopefully we'll be doing a lot more events within the next couple of years.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I was going to ask that, you know, provided things go well with the event you're coming up, Paint the Canvas, over at the Downriver Council for the Arts. Look it up on Facebook. There are art tickets online.
Yes. There's an event page on Facebook.
Yeah.
Just search Paint the Canvas. It should pop right up.
Provided this goes well, is it something you might be thinking of doing as an annual event, semi-annual event, quarterly, daily?
Daily. Just tough double shots
Yeah.
every week.
Make your own territory, kid.
Just making towns, except it's the same town. It's always just Wyandotte
It's just Wyandotte.
all the time.
Ring never gets torn down.
It's just always up in the
Always
DCA.
up.
Just see random old people there for their samba classes, just taking bumps.
They're like,
Just running the ropes.
listen to Pitbull, whatever they do.
Wow.
Just all right, just gonna reel it back in here.
tickled me, that
The
tickled me.
Mr. 305 reference. But, I would like to see us doing a show. You know, I would like to aim for probably once a year right now.
Yeah, that's
and
it.
then maybe down the line, maybe once a quarter,
Yeah.
maybe twice a year.
Now, do you think that you'll be focused only on local talent moving forward, provided you guys decide to run an event? Because running an event, I've ran events before. It's super stressful.
Oh yeah.
And if it doesn't go right that first time, you're gonna be like, screw this. I'm gonna just flush my money down the toilet next time.
You know, I would like to focus on young talent and local talent. I feel like that's something that we really want to push.
It's important.
I think it really is. I think that's your base of guys. You have to kind of look locally, and then once maybe you start building some buzz, building some names, start bringing in maybe some bigger names. You know?
Absolutely.
Like I would love to have a guy like Chris Sabin come through.
Yeah.
I would love like Truth Martini to come through for an appearance.
Yeah, I mean,
Amazing Nate, like all the guys that I grew up watching when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
I would love to have them come
bring in
through
Rhino.
for
You know, he's a free agent pretty soon.
the fall, I think, right?
Yeah.
I love Rhino.
Rumors are he turned down that big contract. So
Oh man. Did he wish WWE a happy Mother's Day?
I think so. Right after he gored him through a table.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, want to thank you guys for coming on, taking time of your day to come and talk about it. But before we wrap up, is there anything you would like to say? Any last thing?
Yeah. Anything you guys want to plug? In addition to the upcoming event, Paint the Canvas.
Check out Paint the Canvas on Facebook. We have an event page. Also, you can purchase tickets there. Won't say the price, but there's an Eventbrite link. If you just click buy tickets, you can go there. Also, go to podbros.com, PODBROS. You can find the Excellent Wrestling Fan there. Worst Millennials. There's tons of great shows for everybody between comic books, movies, music, everything. Pop culture, you name it, we've got it.
Absolutely. You can also, just go to their website. You'll find all their great podcasts, all their great shows, and please support Paint the Canvas. It's going to be a great event, and it's definitely for a great cause. So, thank you guys for coming on.
Appreciate you guys, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys, man.
Much
And
appreciate it.
for Damon and Kaz, this is Jonathan Presley,
Your boy D.
and we'll see you later.
Ladies and gentlemen, Heel Fan News, Joshua Gjonaj here, and I'm standing here by the the Soul Taker. You accomplished another soul tonight, and what's next for you?
Well, little man, you have the audacity, you and Heel Fan News, to come up to the Demon of Fear. Well, I'll tell you what, I can take your soul, I can take the guy who's holding the camera soul, I can take anybody's soul, anytime, any place. Shine Longhorn, you stick your nose in the Demon of Fear's business. Now you have to deal with the consequences.
Hey, this is Dirty White Boy, and you're watching Heel Fan News.
What's up? This your boy D. And if you a wrestler, a manager, or promoter, and you want to be on Heel Fan News, hit us up at heelfannews@yahoo.com.